Alright, so I got the quick change tool post. You've probably seen it in my other videos already, but some of the attachments or the tool holders are a lot tighter than others, so I haven't been able to use a couple so far. And so I just want to show you, here's one that's been working pretty good, and you can see that it has some wear right here, so it must have been either fitted or it was from me using it after a while and it just broke in. So this drops in really easy, and then tighten the handle. That's pretty much how it should work. And so we have some here that is super tight and I'm not able to just simply drop it in, slide it out easily. So I did try to do like rubbing compound for automotive, but that's body work stuff and it doesn't actually grind off enough material. And then I don't really want to take a grinder to this because it might take off too much material. So what we're going to try is lapping compound, also known as valve grinding compound. And this is typically used to mate the valve to a cylinder head. So it should take off some material, and we'll see if it'll work in our situation. So far I took off the Allen set screw, basically the thing that you use to set the height of your tool holder or your bit holder. So right now I put it in a little bit and now it's pretty much stuck in here, so I have to give it a little whack with the hammer. And I'm doing this off the lathe because when I did do it on the lathe it just messed up all the alignment of everything. So I figured I'll just do it here, and then once I get it all working smoothly, I'll remount the tool holder back into the lathe. Here it is. It's paid about $6 from Advanced Auto Parts, and this is a 1.5 ounce tube. Should be plenty enough for what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably have a bunch of extra. Maybe I'll end up lapping some other stuff just to see if I could make it smoother. So basically this starts, I guess it says it has like 4 different grits. So it'll start at a 120, and as you use it, it'll wear down from 120, 150, 180, and the final one will be a 220. So it's interesting how they actually list 4 different grits, but basically you'll just use it until it's smooth, and then after that you can add more. So I haven't used this before. I know that when people do like firearm stuff, they'll use lapping compound for the slide or some other parts that require smooth movement. But I think they use like a diamond grit one, which you'd have to order online. So I just went with this one because I was able to run down the street and grab it at my local auto store. So we'll see how it works. And basically, if it's too thick, it says that you could add water to thin it out a little bit. But we'll just try without thinning it out first, just to see how it goes. So let me get that in focus, and then we'll start with the bottom side. So then I'll just put a little bit of lapping compound here, and it's pretty thin already, so I don't think I'll use water to thin it out even more. But let's see. Yeah, it has a sandiness to it, or a grittiness to it, so that's good. I'm hoping that it'll take off some material and you can kind of hear it. Yeah, so we'll work it around a little bit, and then maybe we'll put some on this side. I'm not too concerned about if material gets taken off from my actual tool holder, because the dovetail should be able to hold everything secure, even if it does wear out a little bit more, the way that it pushes against the parts. So it's totally okay for me. And if I do end up messing this up, the tool holder runs for about $25, I think, so it's not too bad. I'll just get another one. So I assume trying to put it in the first go is going to be very rough, just because it's a coarse compound here. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a good sign. I can't get it in, I can't get it started by hand, so I'll just start it with a hammer. And I'm doing light taps just to start it, just in case I don't come in straight. I don't want to damage everything by creating a corner or rounding off the corners. So yeah, this is super tight. There you go, got it through. So I'm going to try to run this through maybe about 4 to 5 times, and then we'll wipe some off and see how it feels after that. Alright, so that was about 4 times. It does make it super tight with the lapping compound, so I had to hammer it a lot harder than usual, but that's a good sign. That means that if it is tight, it must be grinding away some material with that tight tolerance and grittiness of the compound. So right now I'm just gonna clean off the compound that I put on, then we'll see how it feels. So still pretty snug, but you could see that now there's a good amount of rubbing right here, which is most likely a sign of the material getting removed. So I might have to do this a few more times, but maybe I'll try with a little bit less compound and see if it makes it smoother. So right now, most of the compound's wiped off, so and this is one of the tighter ones. So let me see, I think this one we had some pretty good progress on. Actually, this one's pretty tight too. So we'll just keep working on this piece, and it might take a while, so I'll just cut the video here, and then I'll come back once we get it worked in a little bit more. Okay, so about 30 or so passes with the lapping compound, I was finally able to get the tool holder to go through pretty smooth, but I would probably run it a few more times, maybe like between 20 to 30 more. But so here's the other tool holder that I've been using, which is pretty smooth right out of the box, and then here's the one that I was working on, and you can see that it has some pretty good markings here from using the lapping compound. But I just want to show you, before I wasn't really able to push it down, and now I could get it to drop in and out with just a little finessing. But yeah, so this is just the high-speed steel raw stock that I have. I haven't cut it down yet, but yeah, so if you have any of these tool holders that are too tight into your tool post, I recommend trying the lapping compound or valve compound to break it in a little bit. So yeah, it takes a little bit of elbow grease, but I think it's worth it, especially if you could buy these for between $8 to $10 a piece versus other places that charge a lot more for it. So yeah, let me know how it works out for you guys, and thanks for watching.